Wow. Yeah, what I'm trying to say today is, what is the point of this election? I mean, it's good enough having an election, but shouldn't we be concentrating? Politicians, shouldn't you just be putting aside your differences for now, whilst there's an immediate threat that constantly is going on, such as the terrorist threat? The recent events should dictate whoever's in power for the next 5 years to mess up. Rather than do that, for once, concentrate not on profit, not on votes, but on the safety of the homeland, Britain, and all its residents. There's a lot of them. So set aside your differences. Don't worry about how many votes one's going to get to mess up the country for the next 5 years. Hell, all politicians do that. We should be concentrating now, immediately, on the immediate problems that we are experiencing, such as terrorist threats. Putting barriers on bridges, that's working, I suppose. But what's going to happen next? What's going to be targeted next? Good example, many train stations and bus stations are all amalgamated, and in today's crisis, in today's traffic, there is far too many buses serving any given station train, or any given station. That doesn't make sense why you are concentrating on the votes. You should really be concentrating cutting that number down. On a worst case scenario, if one of those stations that have billions of buses serving in and out has an incident happening similar to the recent events of the terrorist attacks, evacuation is needed. Everyone's going to evacuate. Buses will not be able to get anywhere. The summary: if it doesn't work out right and not enough warning, which seldom there is, that's going to be over 60% lives maimed or ended, because you've got too many buses serving too many stations, too much congestion within the stations. Where is the safety in that? There isn't. That ain't going to give you votes. That ain't going to bring back the fatalities that have happened to recent events. The shock to the land is still felt across the whole nation. Why don't now the government set aside their differences, postpone this election for once, change history, amalgamate the problems, concentrate more on safety, forget the profit. Look at the resources that are getting drained. We're losing spaces in the NHS, we're losing a lot of things because certain powers want just private enterprise. Private enterprise ain't going to save the lives of millions of people that are likely or not, losing their lives because of the ongoing terrorist threat that we all feel. We all have to suffer. Yes, the same old story. We've heard this timelessly, over and over again. Hell, in the 70s, terrorist action took place, many lives lost. Now we're in the millennia. Still, terrorism is coming a threat, and still we've got plenty of problems and lives that are at risk because we don't know where anyone's going to attack and what method they're going to use. Rather than think, oh goody, we're going to be in power, vote for us, oh I feel sorry for all those lives that have been lost, that ain't going to bring those lives back. Or, oh yes, we'll give plenty of education to children. What children? If terrorists keep taking place, less and less people are going to be able to go to school, less and less people are going to be able to afford school for their children if their children survive on any kind of attack. This is a grim report, a grim fact. So, for a moment, think, take a deep breath and concentrate. Why do we not concentrate on the ongoing issues that are taking place? Homelessness is one of them. That's going to be discussed at another time. But the main concern is the election's upon us. Someone's going to mess up the powers. Whoever gets in to hold the reins is going to mess up the country for the next 5 years. Will they make any effort to concentrate on the safety, prioritising the safety of the people who they are meant to be serving? Think hard about this and concentrate. Safety comes first, not, oh goody votes, oh goody my company's okay, oh goody I'm making all this profit, lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh dear, someone's just got killed, I'll have to show a sympathetic eye. That ain't going to wash for much longer with society. Society want action, not talk. Prevention is the main thing we need to concentrate on. And that is all I can say on this report. Terrorist, it is a threat. We should be concerned. Worry, we need to. And think positive, we most definitely need to. We should all amalgamate. We should all stand firm together. Not worry about how much profit one's going to make. Because that ain't going to save lives. That's all we can say. That's all I can say on this very special report.